Hi, I'm Bruno Massel, and my partner today is Jesse Kaiser. Welcome to the Goodyear Brakes online how-to videos.
Today we're going to be working on a Ford F-150 pickup. We're going to be demonstrating how you can save a lot of money changing your own brakes. Just use the GoodyearBrakes.com search tool to find just the right brake kit for your vehicle and install it yourself. We'll be changing the calipers, rotors, and brake pads on this truck today.
With a few good tools and some know-how, you can definitely learn to change your own brakes. At Goodyear Brakes Online, it's our mission to keep driving as safe as possible. After all, your brakes are the most important safety feature on your vehicle. Now, after you watch this video, you can download the companion step-by-step instructions to use while changing your brakes. First, I like to buy the entire bundle or brake kit simply because I get all the parts I'm going to need to do the entire installation correctly. Second, when I'm using new parts, I can trust that my brakes are going to operate safely. Also, there are many times I get into a project and discover another part needs to be replaced. With the bundle, I know I have everything I need. Finally, always refer to your brake section of your vehicle's manual, just in case there are instructions that are specific to your vehicle's brake replacement procedures. Make sure you have your safety glasses handy and quality work gloves and latex gloves. Mechanics Wear makes a quality pair of mechanic gloves you can pick up at any hardware outlet. First, you will need a jack stands, a breaker bar, a ratchet, wrench, and socket set, a torque wrench, a flathead screwdriver, a brake caliper compression tool, brake cleaner, a bungee cord, some rags, an oil catch pan, a bleeder bottle and tube, brake fluid, silicone brake grease, thread locker, heavy hammer, wire brush, and wood block. Each of these items can be purchased at any quality hardware or auto parts store. We have provided links to every tool to allow you to research them online. Or you can do what I do and just borrow the tools from a friend. Okay, I like to have my parts, the rotors, calipers, and brake pads laid out along with my tools just to speed up the process. All right, let's get started. Use your breaker bar to loosen the lug nuts from the wheel like this. Before you jack up your vehicle, place a wood block behind your rear wheel. Now we're going to jack up the vehicle. Use your vehicle's manual to look up exactly where they recommend you place the jack. Next, slide your jack stands into place. Lower the jack so the vehicle is resting on the jack stands. Slide the wheel under the frame like this. Okay, let's turn the steering wheel out to expose the brake assembly, which will give us quick access to the rotor and caliper. Now you can clearly see the caliper and the rotor. In order to replace the calipers, rotors, and brake pads, we must remove the caliper and prepare the surface of the hub. The new Goodyear brake caliper comes with brackets attached for ease of installation. This allows us to easily remove the entire bracket and caliper assembly in a few simple steps. We're going to loosen the banjo bolt with our socket wrench. Then we'll use our breaker bar to remove the two bolts that attach the caliper bracket to the knuckle. So you're going to use that pry bar. It's going to give you a little extra leverage. What you're going to need, because it looks like those things are on there pretty good. Yes, sir, they are. This allows us to remove the entire brake assembly at one time. Come on, Jesse. We ain't got all day.
There we go.
All right. I was going to give you the short bar and just let you struggle for a while.
Yeah.
Now we can completely remove this banjo bolt, which will allow the brake fluid to flow into our catch pan. Lift the complete assembly off like this. Okay, now you can see the old rotor. You might need a heavy hammer to help loosen the rotor from the hub. All right, Jesse, by the looks of it, you're going to need this big boy to knock that thing loose.
Yes, sir. Let's see if she comes on.
Wow.
There we go.
That's a feat of strength right there.
Oh,
One
yeah.
blow. All right, since you got to have the fun in hitting it with the hammer, I'm going to let you do the grunt work and clean up that hub with a wire brush and some brake clean. This creates a clean and flat surface for the new rotor to rest. We want to ensure the new rotor runs true to prevent any vibration. Okay, let's grab our new Goodyear rotor and clean it off with some brake cleaner using a microfiber towel. This way we get off any oil used as a protectant from shipping. We'll put the new rotor on the hub like this and screw a couple of lug nuts on to hold the rotor in place while we put the new caliper back on. At this time, we're going to install the new Goodyear caliper, which has an amazing proprietary coating called Antiox Max to protect against rust and corrosion. Let's take the bolts we just removed and clean and coat them with a good thread locker like this. This gives us a good tight fit. Now attach the new caliper bracket to the knuckle and install our top and bottom bolts like this. Then we'll snug up both bolts with our ratchet. Then using our torque wrench, tighten the bolts to the proper torque specs for your vehicle. Be sure to reference the brake torque specification guide when doing this final tightening. Okay, let's put the new brake pads in. So now we have to take out our caliper bolts from the bottom and the top. Once we get them off, we will take the caliper itself and lay it to the side. All Goodyear brake pads are custom formulated to fit your car or truck, so be sure to use our Brake Finder search tool on the website when selecting your brakes. The new clips will click right in just like your original caliper. The brake pads go into the brake caliper bracket. We're going to lightly apply a little grease to the back of the pads between the pads and the calipers. Then replace the caliper and install the bolts. Then you'll tighten the bolts down with your ratchet. Then use your torque wrench to tighten to the manufacturer's torque specifications. Take your new banjo bolt and install the new copper washers. Be sure to check that there are no old washers still attached. Now we must reattach our brake line to the new caliper like this. The washers prevent leaks in the brake line, so make sure the banjo bolt is tightened to the correct torque spec. Now go ahead and top off the master cylinder with some brake fluid until it's at the fill line. Next, we will gravity bleed the brake system, so let's locate the banjo bolt. Look above it and you'll see this bleeder valve. To gravity bleed, we just open the valve using the box end wrench. The brake fluid will fill the cylinder, which runs down from the master cylinder. Once it bleeds, we'll close it off and wipe off any residual brake fluid. Then open up your brake fluid reservoir and fill it back up with brake fluid to the fill line. The final step is taking our new Goodyear brakes out to seat the new brake pads. Break-in, bedding in, and burnishing are different terms for the same thing. These terms refer to the process of conditioning new disc pads and rotors. The following steps are recommended to achieve optimum performance and life out of your new pads. Perform 15 stops from 35 to 40 miles per hour down to 5 miles per hour. Allow the brakes to cool for 30 seconds between stops, and try to avoid panic stops or hard braking for approximately 200 miles.
The benefits of a proper break-in are reducing noise and vibration, improving performance, and eliminating any glaze which might cause noise and reduce the efficiency of your braking system.
So there it is, the installation of premium quality Goodyear calipers, rotors, and pads. With a little practice and the Goodyear tutorial video, everyone can take advantage of Goodyear's safety, performance, and durability.
For Goodyear Brakes, I'm Jesse Kaiser.
And I'm Bruno Massel. Thanks for watching.